Hey, what's cooking? Tabletop simulators, Kingdom Death players. Welcome to the next episode. I decided we're gonna fight the Flower Knight. I'll talk about why I want to. But there's two things I want to do before we get started. So, as usual, rules correction hour with Harpu. We'll do that one in a moment. I want to say congratulations to Kingdom Death, the creators. Kickstarter just ended yesterday, and they raised $12 million. They are the number one, I guess, most successful Kickstarter ever. They've raised more money than any other Kickstarter that has existed with 12 million, and it's absolutely mind-boggling because when you look at who raised that money, there's only 19, a little over, so a little under 10,000 people, 19,000 plus people raised $12 million. I mean, now, it's wonderful for them, and God bless, but holy shit, we just raised 12 million. I shouldn't say we, because I don't have money to donate for it. I didn't chip in. But 12 million raised for a board game? That's like, what the fuck are we spending our monies on? But congratulations to them. They earned it. They have a lot of expectations to fulfill, and I look forward to doing another playthrough. Hopefully, with me following all the rules. When the 1.5 information is released, and when the kind souls, I think it was Nargnoth or Nognoth, when him and his team release updated tabletop simulator versions, I will be happy to play an insane campaign featuring all of the expansions if I can, or as many as I can, because I hear there's going to be rules changes to a lot of things. I won't talk about that here though. So, the thing I want to talk about today are shields. Up to now, because now I know better, I have been playing shields incorrectly. So we're going to just take a look at Mr. Leather Shield here. To block, you spend your action, you ignore one hit the next time you are attacked. This lasts until your next act. You cannot use block more than once per attack. I have not been following this rule at all. You've been watching these videos, so you guys know a lot of the time I would block, I would surge, and then block again. Now, two things to talk about. One, when you add abilities in this game, and I have a great example with Ike too. No ability in this game for people or monsters stacks. None. So when every single time I did block 1, surge, block 1, what I was doing was adding block 1 to block 1 to get block 2, but that's wrong. That's not how it works. When you get block 1 and block 1 again, you have block 1. Another great example is the Zanbato here has Devastating 1. I've never used Fated Blow with the Zanbato. If I did, I would add 2 strength to my Zanbato roll, but I would still have Devastating 1. I wouldn't have Devastating 2. Another great example is the Butcher. I know a lot of people got this one wrong and made the fight harder on themselves. I've been starting to participate a little bit, just a smidge. But I've mostly been reading on the Board Game Geek forums, the Kingdom Death section, try and learn as much as I can. And the Butcher, he's got a card that gives his attacks bleed 1. But if his attack, like if one of the Butcher's attack cards says it gives you bleed 1, you don't get bleed 2. You don't get 2 bleeding tokens. It would be bleed 1 still. Nothing in this game ever stacks additively. If you get like another good example that someone brought up, if you have a blue special child, which we do, we have Olimar, and we can look at Olimar real quick. The Lucerne, let me grab that. Lucerne says that for each blue affinity, his ranged weapons gain 1 range and melee weapons gain 1 reach. When it comes to reach, if I ever used the Greater Gax, which has reach 2, when I did the one fight with Olimar, he had 4 blue affinity. I wouldn't have reach 6. I would have reach 4 because it's higher than reach 2. So nothing ever adds in this game. It's the same thing if you ever had deadly and then something that gave you deadly 1, you'd still have deadly 1. But if you had something that gave you deadly 2, you would have deadly 2 then. So I just wanted to go over that. I can't, I'm not going to undo this campaign, but I've been playing incorrectly with shields. A lot of the times it didn't matter, but there were definitely times where it did. Like against the hand, he often hit me twice, and I just said I blocked both of those. In truth, I only blocked one of those hits, so I should have been taking a lot more wounds. Yes, this makes the game harder, but that is how shields are intended to be played, and from here on out, now that I am keeping it in mind, we'll be playing properly with shields. So I just want to share that so everyone who's been following along with this video series, you guys all know, and I apologize, but we've all been playing it wrong. If you guys are following after me, you can only block once with a shield. If you had block 2 or block 3, then you can block more dice per round, but you can only block once per attack. So unless you have, like if I have block 1, then I can only block 1 dice for an entire monster attack. So we want to keep that in mind. And then we want to return to the game. So why am I fighting the Flower Knight? Well, he's not too dangerous. His resources are slightly more generous than, basic monsters. So we're taking Amoongus with us to the party to try and finish leveling up Spear. Now, we're going to help Amoongus out a little bit. And I think dash is a really essential thing. I have a Crimson Vial, and it says you remove all bleeding tokens and any severe injury of your choice, as long as you can consume this. And he can consume. So we are going to use our Crimson Vial to regenerate the leg of Amoongus. He will get his 2 movement back, and he will get his dash back. So he's regenerated his leg thanks to the Manhunter's Crimson Vial. I don't know what to do with these though. I guess I can use them to get a survival on the character. So I might use them later. But for the time being, we're bringing the Amoongus with us. He is a rhythm chaser. I'm going to have to remember that. He does not have any heavy gear in his grid. So he's our support guy, nonetheless. Still has a broken arm. I do have 1 accuracy token on him as he's taking the Lion Knight badge. He's going to gain 3 survival for these 3 things, and then 4 for departing. So we're at 7. And yeah, I think all we want him to do is hit once with the spear. And hopefully he can do that. So he's coming along. We're bringing Ike McCloud again. I've been using him a lot lately, and I love it. So get a strength token for Quixotic. We'll get 2 evasion tokens. 1 for the rawhide, 1 for the monster grease. He'll gain a strength token for this too. This hideous disguise he has to wear. And he's at max survival, so he won't gain any survival at the moment. He's still got his darkness awareness. you know, as much as I want to get this fighting art, that means we have to be doing bad. So I'm fine if we never actually get this fighting art on someone. But I've been bringing him along because we're almost done with Grand Weapon. Also, he has Tinker, and as you know, I'll go over what I'm doing with the timeline after this before we depart. So let me finish with the departing setup. But he has Tinker, so that's going to help us out because the Bone Witch is going to happen for real this time. We have Isaac tagging along, and the reason why I want to fight the Flower Knight is to get rid of flower addiction from Isaac, so he loses it when we depart. And this is going to be extremely good because Isaac, ever since he gained one more accuracy back, he's actually a really good character due to the insane amount of strength he has. Barring anything bad from the Bone Witch occurring, and he also has Tinker, so he's a really good character to bring along. And the last thing to note with him, which I did want to utilize this, so I need to edit his gear. I'm thinking for a minute. What am I thinking of? There's something I wanted to do. Oh, right. I wanted to copy the Rawhide card because he doesn't have it. Oh, it's over here. No, that's the leather. Right. I don't know where the second Rawhide card went. Oh, it's over here. That would explain it. Well, I just copied it over, so. Got the Rawhide card over here. He has... I didn't update the armor yet. Let me do that. You have all of the Rawhide +2 for the Hideous Disguise, so you're good. You have no armor. He's naked. I did forget, he is blind though, so we do get 2 strength tokens. Okay, I need to really make sure I go over my characters. Isaac! Other Rawhide set, so 2 armor all around. Now, the thing that I want to do... I want to bring a sacrifice of sorts. And I think I can't bring the cloth with me, so I'd have to sacrifice. We're gonna sack the bone dart, and I'm not gonna carry. Oh, is there any blue thing I can? Okay, I can put the arrow up there. So we'll keep the harp here, and I don't need that green, so we'll get the 1 luck token instead of 2. And we're going to sack the bone dart. The reason why I'm doing this is we have Legend Caller. So once per lifetime during the hunt phase, after overwhelming darkness, instead of rolling a random hunt event, use 53... Alright, you know what? I don't think I can do that this time around. So maybe I'll keep the harp. We're fighting the Flower Knight, so the event that we're actually experiencing is the Forest Gate, which means it's not after overwhelming darkness. Okay, I was just gonna sack this and give it to the mask salesman so that we can get a mask. But that's okay. That's not too big of a deal. So he'll get 4 departing survival. That's fine. We'll keep the harp, which means he'll get an extra luck token. 1 for the charm, 1 for the harp. Because he's got the cello. And got binge eating covered. I have to remember he has Phantom Friend, if I want to utilize that. Then we have Mia. Mia's rocking the leather suit. And I'm taking Mia, if you paid attention. Mia is the other character, the sister to Din, the other new one. So we're taking Mia to guarantee that Din is the character who does the Dung Beetle Night meeting. I figured it was only fair if I make it a guarantee. So she's the last one with Tide Hunt XP for the least. So she'll be coming with tool belt, 3 evasion, 2 more evasion for Monster Grease with the 3 green. Full leather set, so we're at 5 instead of 4 because she has the shield 2 and the riot mace, just so she can bash stuff with the mace. And yeah, that's the team. She'll get 2 insanity for the mask, 2 survival for the bracers, and then 4 for departing. So that is the team. Now, before we actually depart, let's go over what I'm doing with the timeline. I submitted a question on Board Game Geek. Now, I only got one person to respond, but it made sense to me. So, their response with colored story events, and we'll go back to the Hooded Knight. All colored story events, they said, are completely replaced. So, we will not get the Tattered Parcel. We will not get the Twilight Sword, but the Hooded Knight is also not coming back. So unless something triggers him again, he's gone because he was disturbed. We have records, and we rolled a 4 up. So the Nemesis was pushed back, and that is now true. So we have to fight the Watcher on year 30 unless we bring him forward again. So that remained. Even though I didn't mark, like this is marked because we did the special showdown, it's still year 15. I just left it marked. So this is our normal showdown, after the Lion Night that we're about to embark on. We're going to have another special showdown next year. So we're going to have 2 Nemesis fights next year. Oh boy. And the Bone Witch is going to happen. So Dung Beetle Knight happened. Hooded Knight, I'm keeping the Hooded Knight result. I'm not going to roll it again. So now that I know how the colored story events, they do overwrite. The exception seems to be the intimacy. And with that, this is going to be a shorter episode. I just wanted to cover the rules discussions and give out the congratulations. So I'm going to end the episode here. I also have some things to take care of myself before I actually play. So this episode will be nice and short. Next episode, I guess I'll just do it here right now. But we're going to fight the Flower Knight, so we'll just set up his hunt events, and then I'll actually fight him next time. You know what? Yeah. Well, these are all the random, but I'll do that. I'll do that in the next episode. You guys know why. I like authenticity. I don't want to do anything questionable. So, thank you very much for watching. Congratulations once again to Kingdom Death, and to everyone who's getting really freaking cool models. Oh, and I heard Hyperlight Drifter was added to it. You can fight him. I think you can fight him. He's a new mechanic called Wanderer. I don't know what other Wanderers they're adding, but hey, Kingdom Death, if for any reason you see this, I know you're done with the Kickstarter, but how about a Sheeran the Wanderer, huh? Come on, hit up Chunsoft. I would love to fight Sheeran the Wanderer, and if like the God Kron is on Sheeran's side helping him out and stuff, ooh, that'd be so cool. Or it could be the fight Sheeran and Kappa, like some monstrous weasel that hangs out with this Sheeran. That'd be so fucking awesome. Alright, I'm done rambling for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, your shields are not as good as I made them out to be. So this campaign would probably be in a little bit of a worse spot, but yeah, I think we're about done. So, take care, everybody.